The calm before the storm is shattered when Earth's military radar picks up a massive anomaly in deep space. At first, it seems like a glitch, just another false alarm, but then it becomes undeniable. The numbers grow, hundreds, no, thousands of alien ships approaching at unimaginable speed. They're coming from a distant corner of the galaxy, and Earth has no defense against them. The invaders are the Zather Empire, a ruthless force that has destroyed every civilization in its path. Known for their deadly precision and advanced technology, the Zather have already wiped out entire planets, leaving nothing but ashes behind. Now, they're coming for Earth, the last planet standing in their way of total galactic domination. As the Zather fleet draws closer, the world's defense systems scramble into action. Military forces prepare for war, but it's clear that Earth is outmatched. Human technology is still playing catch-up, while the Zather boast weapons that make Earth's most powerful military assets look like toys. Scientists and strategists race against time, but there is little hope. The Zather are unstoppable. The air grows thick with fear as governments and military leaders issue frantic orders. Emergency signals flash across the globe, urging people to evacuate cities and prepare for what is coming. It's too late. People are terrified. They've never seen anything like this before. The Zather's ships are enormous, their weapons devastating. Humanity's worst nightmare is now a reality. Just as the last of Earth's forces prepare to launch their own counterattack, an eerie message is broadcast worldwide. The voice is cold, calculated, and terrifying. It belongs to Emperor Kyrix, the supreme leader of the Zather Empire. His words are simple, yet they strike fear into every heart on Earth. Surrender, or face annihilation. The message echoes across every screen, every speaker, and every corner of Earth. There is no ambiguity in Kyrix's tone. The Zather have come to claim Earth as their own, and they will show no mercy. The world goes silent. Panic spreads like wildfire as people grasp the true gravity of the situation. Governments collapse, people flee to underground bunkers, and the streets are filled with chaos. But it's clear that no amount of preparation can save them. Earth's military forces scramble to engage the alien fleet, but even the mightiest warships and weapons seem like nothing against the overwhelming power of the Zather. The first wave of Zather ships enters Earth's atmosphere, and it's not long before the planet's cities begin to fall. In a single, devastating blow, entire cities are reduced to rubble as the alien forces begin their orbital bombardment. Bright explosions light up the night sky, followed by thick clouds of smoke and fire. The ground shakes as humanity's greatest metropolises are obliterated from above. There's no way to hide, no way to run. The power of the Zather is like nothing Earth has ever seen. Among the devastation, we are introduced to Captain Leo Armstrong, a seasoned military leader who, despite his skills, feels the weight of the overwhelming odds against him. He has led his people through countless battles, but nothing could prepare him for this. As the city of New York is destroyed by the Zather's relentless bombardment, Leo watches helplessly from the command center. His eyes are fixed on the screen as the city he once called home is torn apart by fire and explosions. His heart sinks as he realizes that Earth's last line of defense is crumbling. Leo is a reluctant leader, not one who sought glory or fame. But now, in this moment of crisis, he must step up. He knows what's at stake, humanity's survival. The loss of New York is only the beginning. If Earth doesn't find a way to fight back, the Zather will destroy everything. But even with all his experience, Leo has no answers. He can't imagine how they could possibly stand a chance against the might of the Zather Empire. The tension builds as Leo faces an impossible decision: lead the last remaining soldiers into battle against an enemy they cannot defeat, or prepare for the inevitable end. As the first Zather ship touches down in the ruins of New York, Leo knows that this is just the beginning. The real fight for Earth is about to begin, and the clock is ticking. In the midst of the destruction, Leo's team is thrown into the fray. The military mobilizes what little resistance remains, but their efforts are futile. The Zathur are everywhere, their troops swiftly taking control of key strategic locations around the world. With every passing hour, Earth's hope for survival grows slimmer. But just as all seems lost, a glimmer of hope emerges. The resistance begins to organize, led by Captain Leo Armstrong and a small team of soldiers who refuse to give up. They know that they may be outmatched, but they will fight. They will not let Earth fall without a fight. The suspense escalates as Leo and his team prepare to launch a daring mission behind enemy lines. They know it's a suicide mission, but it's the only chance they have left. With the Zathur in control, Earth's fate hangs by a thread. As the first battle begins, the audience is left at the edge of their seats, wondering if these underdog heroes will be able to turn the tide, or if Earth's final moments have already begun. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the suspense is unbearable. The first part ends on a high note, with the team readying for their dangerous mission. The audience is hooked, wondering what will happen next. Will humanity survive? Or will the Zathur's domination be unstoppable? As the world crumbles under the weight of the Zathur invasion, Earth's governments fall into disarray. The military, once the pillar of human defense, is overwhelmed by the superior firepower of the alien forces. Cities burn, people flee, and nations struggle to coordinate any form of resistance. The Zathur Empire is swift and brutal, leaving Earth's leaders desperate for any solution, no matter how impossible it may seem. In the midst of this chaos, a glimmer of hope emerges from the shadows. Hidden deep within Earth's most secure military facilities, a secret project has been in development for years. Only a select few even know of its existence. This project, codenamed Eclipse, is a devastating weapon capable of challenging the Zathur. However, the weapon is incomplete. It is only a shell of its true potential, missing key components that can only be found within the heart of the alien-controlled space station Xyrix, a fortress orbiting a distant planet. Xyrix is a sprawling structure, filled with highly advanced technology and guarded by some of the deadliest alien forces in the galaxy. It is a place where the most dangerous secrets of the Zathur Empire are hidden. The station holds the crucial parts needed to complete Eclipse, a powerful AI core that can override the Zathur's superior technology, turning their own weapons against them. With Earth's survival hanging by a thread, there is no choice but to risk everything on a mission that seems almost impossible. Captain Leo Armstrong, the reluctant leader who has watched his world crumble, is chosen to lead this desperate mission. Leo has proven himself on the battlefield, but this mission will be unlike anything he has ever faced. He must infiltrate an enemy stronghold, steal the components needed for Eclipse, and get them back to Earth, alive. Failure is not an option, because if the mission fails, humanity's last hope will be extinguished. Leo knows that the task ahead will require more than just brute strength. He needs a team, one that is capable of outsmarting and outmaneuvering the Zathur, not just fighting them head-on. To that end, he assembles a diverse group of elite soldiers, scientists, and engineers. Among them is Dr. Elena Ray, a brilliant AI expert who has spent her career studying alien technology. Elena believes that the key to defeating the Zathur lies not only in taking down their physical defenses but in exploiting a flaw in their AI system. Elena's knowledge of the Zathur's technology is second to none. She explains to Leo that the Zathur's artificial intelligence, while incredibly powerful, is also vulnerable. They have a central processing unit that controls their entire fleet, and if they can infiltrate it and trigger a malfunction, the entire Zathur Empire could be thrown into chaos. This is why Elena's presence is crucial. Her expertise will be the key to understanding the alien technology and finding the flaw that can turn the tide of the war. As the team prepares for the mission, the atmosphere is tense. They know that this could be their final chance to save humanity, and the weight of that responsibility hangs heavily over them. Leo, though a man of action, is torn by the immense pressure. His team is counting on him to lead them through what may very well be a suicide mission. The sense of fear and uncertainty is palpable, but there is also a shared resolve. They cannot let Earth fall without a fight. The team is ready, and with a heavy heart, Leo gives the order to launch. The spacecraft carrying the team takes off from Earth's surface, entering the darkness of space. The journey is perilous, but the true danger lies ahead. Xyrix is heavily guarded, and even if they manage to reach the station, the risks of getting in undetected are nearly impossible. The first action sequence begins as the team's ship approaches the Zathor station. As they get closer, they detect an alien scouting party that has landed near their base. These elite soldiers are equipped with cloaking devices and armed with advanced weapons. The team knows that they cannot afford to be detected. They must fight their way through this scouting party if they are to reach their objective. The action is fast and intense. Leo's team moves through the shadows, using their own cloaking devices to remain unseen. The alien soldiers are everywhere, but the team is well trained, operating with precision and speed. They use drones to scout ahead and map the terrain, knowing that any mistake could cost them everything. As they move forward, the tension builds. Every corner could hold an enemy, every sound could give them away. The smallest error could lead to their capture. The battle is quick and brutal. The alien soldiers are formidable, but the human team is determined. Elena uses her knowledge of Zathor technology to disable the enemy's communication system, ensuring that they can't alert the rest of the station. As the team fights through the alien defenses, the action is relentless. Close-quarters combat, intense firefights, and narrow escapes make for a thrilling sequence. The team uses their advanced weapons and technology to outsmart and outmaneuver the Zathor forces, but it's clear that they are on borrowed time. At one point, one of the team members is nearly caught, forcing Leo to make a split-second decision. He orders the group to retreat into an underground tunnel, and the team narrowly escapes, but not without a cost. The tension is high, and the stakes are clear. If they don't make it past the alien scouting party, the entire mission will fail before it even begins. The action reaches a climax as the team fights their way through the last of the alien soldiers. Using a combination of high-tech gear and quick thinking, they manage to escape the scouts and proceed deeper into the heart of Xyrix. The sense of urgency is overwhelming, time is running out, and they must complete their mission before the Zathor are able to respond in full force. As they reach their first objective within the station, the tension doesn't ease. The team knows that they've only just begun, and the true danger still lies ahead. But with the first victory under their belt, they feel a renewed sense of hope. Their mission is far from over, but for the first time, it feels possible. This part ends with Leo and his team venturing deeper into the alien stronghold, leaving the audience on the edge of their seats, eager to see what challenges lie ahead. The war on Earth continues to spiral out of control as the Zathor Empire's relentless assault moves forward without mercy. The alien forces, armed with weapons of unimaginable power, show no sign of slowing down. Earth's once proud military, overwhelmed and outgunned, can only hold off the invasion for so long. The global defense systems are barely functional, and humanity is facing a collapse like no one could have imagined. Across the planet, cities that once bustled with life are now nothing more than ruins. Tall skyscrapers crumble under the weight of orbital bombardments, and the landscape is scarred by the destruction left in the wake of the Zathor's deadly assault. Millions have already been lost, and the numbers continue to climb. Once thriving nations are now a shadow of their former selves. People live in fear, and the weight of hopelessness begins to settle over the earth. The thought of survival seems like an impossible dream, and morale among the remaining human forces is at an all-time low. As the skies darken with the ever-present shadow of the Zathor fleet, the people of Earth are losing hope. News reports broadcast scenes of devastation, entire cities wiped off the map, military strongholds obliterated, and civilians being forced into underground bunkers for survival. The feeling of doom is everywhere, and it's hard to find anyone who believes that humanity can still win this war. Despair spreads like wildfire, and the human resistance is on the verge of collapse. Back in the heart of the war, Leo's team continues their perilous mission to infiltrate the Zathor-controlled space station, Xyrix. The stakes are higher than ever. They have only a small window of time to complete their objective, retrieve the critical components needed for the Eclipse weapon, before it's too late. Every moment they spend in the alien stronghold brings them closer to discovery, and the threat of failure looms larger with each passing second. The team knows that their mission is Earth's last hope, and the pressure to succeed weighs heavily on their shoulders. Suspense builds as the audience is left wondering if Leo and his team can complete their dangerous mission before the Zather discover them. With the human resistance crumbling on Earth, every second counts. If they fail, there will be no one left to fight. The fate of humanity is in their hands, and the clock is ticking down. While Leo's team faces their own peril in Xyrix, the story on Earth grows more emotional. As the resistance falters, stories of human heroism begin to surface. Ordinary people, soldiers, and civilians alike are stepping up to fight back against the overwhelming alien threat. These small acts of courage, though they seem insignificant in the face of such an immense invasion, provide a flicker of hope for the rest of the population. Stories of families defending their homes, groups of soldiers holding off the alien advance for just a little longer, and individuals making the ultimate sacrifice for the greater good emerge from the chaos. These heroes become symbols of resistance, rallying the remaining forces to continue the fight. Their actions, though small in comparison to the grand scale of the war, stir something deep within the hearts of the human population. The stories inspire people to keep going, to hold on to the hope that they can still make a difference. It is in these moments of human heroism that the true spirit of Earth's resistance is revealed. Even in the face of overwhelming odds, humanity refuses to back down. The battle for Earth rages on, and with it comes intense, cinematic visuals that bring the war to life. The audience is treated to stunning imagery of Earth's military forces in a desperate attempt to repel the Zather's assault. Orbital bombardments light up the sky, turning it into a battlefield of fire and smoke. The bright flashes of explosions cast long shadows over ruined cities, and the sound of destruction fills the air. It's a war on a global scale, with no place left untouched by the violence. The planet itself seems to be crying out for help. On the ground, the action is just as intense. Human soldiers fight with everything they have, knowing that they are fighting not just for their lives, but for the future of their species. The Zather have sent robotic enforcers, terrifying machines of war that seem impervious to human weapons. These metal giants are nearly unstoppable, their advanced tech making them nearly invincible. Yet, the human soldiers press on. The battle is brutal, with close-quarters combat scenes that are fast and unforgiving. Soldiers are forced to use every ounce of training and creativity they have to take down the Zather enforcers. Human ingenuity shines through as makeshift weapons and tactics are developed in the heat of battle. Soldiers work together to disable the alien robots, targeting weak points in their armor and using guerrilla tactics to outmaneuver them. The action is fast-paced and unforgiving, with moments of triumph mixed with devastating losses. The visuals are gripping, capturing the ferocity of battle as the Zather push forward relentlessly. Despite the overwhelming odds, there are small victories. The human resistance manages to hold off one attack after another, buying precious time for Leo's team to continue their mission in space. These victories are hard-won, but they show that humanity is not ready to give up yet. There is still a fight left in them, and that spark of resistance, however faint, fuels their determination to keep pushing forward. The battle scenes on Earth contrast sharply with the quieter, more tense moments aboard Xyrix, where Leo's team inches closer to their goal. As the team sneaks through the alien station, evading detection at every turn, the suspense builds. The audience wonders if they can stay hidden long enough to retrieve the weapon's components and return to Earth before the Zather realize what's happening. Part 3 ends with the human resistance on the brink, the team aboard Xyrix facing new challenges, and the fate of Earth hanging in the balance. The stakes have never been higher, and the question remains, can humanity pull together and overcome the might of the Zather Empire before it's too late? The tension is unbearable, and the audience is left eagerly awaiting the next chapter in this epic struggle for survival. As Leo and his team push deeper into the heart of the Zather-controlled space station, hope begins to rise. Dar. Elena Ray, the team's brilliant AI expert, has uncovered something extraordinary, a critical flaw in the Zather's advanced AI system. The alien empire, so far seemingly unstoppable, has a weakness, one that could turn the tide of the war. The flaw lies in the Zather's AI, which can be manipulated using a specific frequency, causing the entire system to malfunction. This frequency, however, can only be emitted from the heart of the Zather Command Center, a heavily guarded fortress within the station itself. This revelation fills the team with a mix of excitement and dread. The idea of exploiting a flaw in the Zather's AI gives them a glimmer of hope, but they know it won't be easy. The command center, where the frequency must be activated, is surrounded by layers of security, robotic enforcers, alien soldiers, and advanced traps designed to prevent any unauthorized entry. As they consider their next move, the weight of the mission presses down on them. If they succeed, they could deal a devastating blow to the Zather Empire. If they fail, Earth's last hope for survival will be lost. The tension inside the team is palpable as they prepare for the next phase of their mission. Every move they make is a calculated risk, and they know that failure is not an option. But as they advance, they find themselves facing increasingly difficult challenges. Alien patrols and robot sentries become more frequent, forcing the team to use all their training and ingenuity to stay undetected. The station is alive with the hum of alien technology, a constant reminder of the advanced enemy they are up against. As the team navigates through the labyrinthine corridors of the station, the stakes grow higher. They are now in the heart of enemy territory, and every step they take is a step closer to either victory or defeat. Their progress is slow but steady, as they avoid traps and disable security systems. Dr. Ray works tirelessly to track the exact location of the frequency emitter, while Captain Leo leads his team with a calm, determined resolve. Every moment counts. Then, tragedy strikes. During a daring raid to obtain the frequency emitter, the team is ambushed. The alien forces, anticipating their move, spring an elaborate trap. Sergeant Bonner, Leo's closest friend and a key member of the team, is caught in the chaos. Despite their best efforts, Bonner is gravely wounded, and within moments, he's lost to the mission. The loss is devastating for the team, but especially for Leo, who feels the weight of his friend's sacrifice deeply. Bonner was more than just a soldier, he was a brother in arms, someone Leo trusted with his life. Now, with Bonner gone, Leo is faced with the harsh reality that every victory comes at a cost. In the heat of battle, Leo finds himself torn between grief and duty. The memory of Bonner's sacrifice pushes him forward, fueling his determination to see the mission through to the end. He can almost hear his friend's voice in his head, urging him to keep going, no matter what. With Bonner's death hanging over him, Leo's resolve hardens. They cannot afford to fail, not for themselves, and certainly not for Bonner, who gave his life for this cause. The team knows they have to push forward, not just for their own survival, but for the future of Earth. The suspense reaches new heights as the team fights their way deeper into the command center. They are now surrounded by waves of robotic enemies and alien soldiers, each one more dangerous than the last. The air is thick with tension as they encounter unexpected traps, laser grids, force fields, and automated sentries that seem impossible to bypass. But Leo and his team are experts, and they adapt quickly. They use their wits and their advanced technology to disable the traps, but time is running out. Every step forward brings them closer to the heart of the station, where the frequency emitter lies. The action is fast and furious. The sound of laser fire and explosions fills the air as Leo's team engages in brutal close-quarters combat with the alien forces. The robotic enemies are relentless, their metal bodies nearly impervious to human weapons. But the team fights on, using cloaking devices and drones to gain the upper hand. It's a game of cat and mouse as the team navigates through the maze-like corridors of the station, constantly fighting for survival. Leo leads the charge, his mind focused on the mission and the memory of Bonner's sacrifice driving him forward. He's a man on the edge, but he won't stop. The team can see the command center ahead, but they know that getting there won't be easy. The final stretch is the most dangerous of all. The closer they get to the heart of the station, the more intense the resistance becomes. Alien soldiers and robotic enforcers are everywhere, and the traps grow more deadly. In the midst of all this chaos, Leo's team realizes that they are not just fighting for survival, they are fighting for something far greater. The fate of Earth depends on their success. If they fail, humanity will fall to the Zathar, and the world they fought to protect will be lost forever. But if they succeed, the Zathar Empire could be brought to its knees, and humanity will have a chance to rebuild. As they approach the final obstacle, the team's exhaustion is palpable, but so is their resolve. They know that the next few minutes will decide everything. The suspense is unbearable as they face the last line of defense, the heavily fortified entrance to the heart of the command center. This is it. They have no more chances. It's do or die. Part 4 ends with the team standing before the entrance to the heart of the Zathar command center, ready to make their final push. The fate of Earth hangs in the balance, and the team is prepared to give everything they have to secure humanity's future. The stakes have never been higher, and the audience is left eagerly awaiting the next chapter, wondering if Leo and his team will be able to exploit the flaw in the Zathar's AI system before it's too late. The suspense is unbearable, and the next part promises even more action, heartbreak, and hope. The tension in the air is thick as Captain Leo Armstrong and his team finally reach the heart of the Zathar command center. After months of battling against impossible odds, they are here, at the precipice of humanity's last hope. The plan they've been working toward for so long is now within their grasp, activating the AI disrupting device that could turn the tide of the war. Dr. Elena Ray, the team's brilliant AI expert, is the one who has been tirelessly working to perfect the device. She knows that if they can disrupt the Zathar's AI, it will send a shockwave through their entire fleet, destabilizing their control systems and causing chaos. It's humanity's only chance to fight back. The moment arrives. Dr. Ray quickly sets the device in place, and with a few tense moments, the device is activated. A powerful pulse shoots out from the center of the command center, and for a brief, precious second, everything seems to freeze. Then, chaos erupts. The AI systems controlling the Zathar fleet go into disarray. The once unstoppable alien machines lose their ability to communicate, coordinate, and respond to commands. The entire fleet is plunged into confusion, and their once precise strikes turn into chaotic, scattered attacks. The Zathar are now disoriented, vulnerable, and, most importantly, unable to respond to human actions in the way they once did. This is the opening humanity needs. For the first time in months, the human forces have a window of opportunity. Back on Earth, as the effects of the AI disruption spread across the Zathar fleet, humans seize the moment and launch a bold counteroffensive. The action reaches a fever pitch. Spaceships, previously cloaked and hidden in the shadows of space, now move into position, infiltrating the alien lines. The visuals are breathtaking, huge human vessels using their cloaking devices to slip past alien defenses, evading detection until they are right on top of their targets. The human soldiers, armed with the most advanced technology Earth has ever created, sabotage alien strongholds from within. Explosions rock the Zathar's massive warships as human operatives infiltrate and disable their power sources, sending shockwaves of destruction throughout their fleet. But the battle in space is not the only front where humans are fighting back. On Earth's surface, soldiers engage in fierce combat against the remaining alien forces. The visual storytelling is intense, with soldiers using state-of-the-art weapons and cloaking devices to make surprise strikes. The once immense Zathar army now finds itself scrambling to hold its ground against the relentless human onslaught. The Earthlings, united in their resistance, fight with everything they have, knowing that the survival of their planet depends on their success. Meanwhile, in the heart of the Zathar flagship, Leo's mission is far from over. The disruption of the Zathor AI was just the beginning. To truly end the war, Leo must confront the alien emperor himself, Kyrix, the ruthless and power-hungry leader of the Zathor Empire. The tension builds as Leo, determined to put an end to the war, boards the flagship with a handful of soldiers. The stakes have never been higher, and the fate of Earth rests on this final confrontation. The scene shifts to the alien flagship, a massive structure that dwarfs anything humanity has ever built. The ship is a marvel of alien technology, with sleek metallic surfaces and vast chambers filled with towering alien soldiers and AI-controlled systems. The sight of it sends a shiver down Leo's spine, but he steels himself. The team is almost there, and they must be ready for anything. When they finally come face to face with Emperor Kyrix, the atmosphere is electric with tension. Kyrix, the alien overlord who has crushed countless civilizations, stands before them, tall, imposing, and filled with arrogance. His dark eyes burn with a sense of superiority as he surveys the humans who dare challenge his empire. The fight is not just about survival, it's a battle of wills. Kyrix, with his overwhelming power and unshakable confidence, believes victory is assured. But Leo and his team know that this is their moment to strike, to end the war and save Earth. The confrontation begins with explosive energy. Kyrix is a formidable opponent, his strength and alien technology far beyond anything humanity has ever faced. Leo, though skilled, knows he cannot match Kyrix in raw power. But Leo is not a man who relies on brute force. Instead, he uses strategy, cunning, and the knowledge he's gained throughout the mission to gain an advantage. With Dr. Ray's help, he devises a plan to exploit Kyrix's arrogance. The Emperor underestimates the humans and their ability to outsmart him, and this is his fatal mistake. As Leo and Kyrix engage in a brutal battle, the room becomes a blur of energy blasts, alien technology, and intense hand-to-hand combat. Leo's every move is calculated, each one designed to outmaneuver the alien leader. The two are locked in a life-or-death struggle, each pushing the other to the limits of their strength. At the climax of the battle, Leo uses a clever tactic, disabling Kyrix's personal shield using Dr. Ray's insights into the Zathor's technology. With Kyrix vulnerable, Leo delivers a devastating blow, destroying the Emperor's command ship and ending the war. The moment is nothing short of triumphant. With Kyrix's death, the Zathor fleet begins to collapse. Their systems are in disarray, and their leadership is gone. The humans' counteroffensive gains unstoppable momentum, and the Zathor are left scrambling to survive. Earth's victory is hard-earned, but it is final. The human forces, now rallying together, continue to push the Zathor back, reclaiming their planet and securing a future for humanity. The emotional impact of the battle is immense. Leo, exhausted and battle-worn, reflects on everything he's lost, his friends, his comrades, and the countless sacrifices made along the way. But he also realizes that the fight was worth it. Earth is safe, and humanity has proven that they will never back down, no matter the odds. As the dust settles and the Earth begins to rebuild, the team's victory marks the beginning of a new chapter in human history. The Zathor Empire is no more, and humanity has proven that even in the face of overwhelming odds, they can rise above, adapt, and conquer. Part 5 ends with a sense of triumph and hope, as Leo and his team return to Earth as heroes, knowing that their actions have secured a future for generations to come. The war is nearly over. The Zathor Empire, once a massive and seemingly unstoppable force, is now in disarray. Their leadership is gone, their command structure shattered, and their fleet is in chaos. For the first time, humanity is in control. With Earth's forces rallying and the alien invaders faltering, the final push to drive the Zathor off the planet has begun. This is humanity's last chance to reclaim their world and ensure that no alien empire will ever threaten them again. The battlefield is vast and chaotic. Orbital bombardments rain down from space, striking Zathor ships and installations, causing massive explosions that light up the sky. The sound of weapons fire echoes as humans, fueled by desperation and a fierce desire to survive, fight tooth and nail to retake their cities. Laser strikes and explosions tear through the battlefield as soldiers, wearing the latest combat gear, storm the alien positions. The visuals are intense. Human forces, now armed with cloaking technology and advanced weaponry, engage in close-quarters firefights with Zathar soldiers. The tension in the air is palpable as each moment could be the difference between life and death. Captain Leo Armstrong, weary but determined, leads his forces with unshakable resolve. He is a man who has seen the horrors of war and lost many close friends, but his leadership has been the cornerstone of humanity's resistance. As Earth's military pushes forward, the Zathar, despite their once mighty strength, struggle to hold ground. Their tactics are now fractured, disjointed, and ineffective without the guiding hand of their emperor, Kyrix. On the ground, Elena Ray, the brilliant AI expert who helped devise the weapon that disrupted the Zathar's fleet, stands beside Leo. Together, they command the final stages of the operation. The weight of the situation is not lost on either of them. They know that while victory is in sight, it comes with a heavy price. The battle rages on, and both sides are taking casualties. The fate of Earth hangs in the balance. As the human forces move forward, the fight intensifies. Every street, every building is a battleground. The Zathar's robotic enforcers, still operating under malfunctioning AI commands, engage in desperate resistance. They are a formidable foe, but they are no match for the relentless determination of humanity. The humans fight not just for survival, but for their future, for the hope of a life without fear of invasion. The visual storytelling is stunning as the battle unfolds. Massive Zathar warships are struck by orbital bombardments, disintegrating in the atmosphere as pieces of their hulls burn away. The air is thick with smoke, dust, and debris as the remnants of the Zathar fleet attempt to flee Earth's orbit. Meanwhile, the human forces are pushing through the cities, clearing out any remaining alien forces with precision and skill. The sights and sounds of the battle are deafening: laser fire, explosions, and the roar of engines as human spacecraft engage in dramatic dogfights with the remaining Zathar warships. But for all the chaos of the battle, there is an undeniable sense of unity among the human forces. Soldiers fight side by side, helping each other in the heat of battle. Civilians, who had once fled the invaders, now return to aid in the final push, providing supplies, tending to the wounded, and offering support to the soldiers. The world, once filled with fear and despair, now pulses with hope and resolve. Earth is fighting back, and the Zathar, despite their advanced technology, are beginning to understand that humanity cannot be conquered. The battle rages on through the night. Every moment seems like it could be the last, but the humans never give up. As the sun begins to rise over the battle-scarred landscape, the Zathar fleet, now completely disorganized and in full retreat, begins to withdraw from Earth's atmosphere. The skies that were once darkened by alien ships are now clear. Earth's military forces, battered but triumphant, stand victorious. The fight is over, and the invaders are leaving. However, the victory is bittersweet. As Leo and Elena watch the retreating alien fleet, they cannot help but feel the weight of all they have lost. Their comrades, soldiers like Sergeant Bonner, are gone, and the emotional toll of the war is etched on their faces. Bonner, a friend and brother in arms, gave his life to ensure humanity's survival. His death, along with the countless others who fought and died to protect Earth, is a reminder of the sacrifices made in the name of victory. The camera lingers on Leo and Elena as they stand amidst the ruins of the city, watching the last of the Zathar ships vanish into space. The streets around them are silent, the echoes of battle fading away. The once bustling city now lies in ruins, but it is free from the alien invaders. The silence speaks volumes. The victory is hard-won, and the cost has been high. But Earth is still standing. As Earth's military forces stand victorious, the camera pulls back to show the larger picture, the aftermath of the war. The cities, once filled with fear and chaos, are now quiet. The damage is evident, buildings are reduced to rubble, and streets are littered with the debris of the battle. But amid the destruction, there is a sense of peace. The Zathir have been defeated, and Earth is free. The people of Earth, though weary and scarred, now have the chance to rebuild, to heal, and to start anew. The camera pans across the vast, ruined landscapes of Earth, showing the contrast between the devastation and the hope that lies in the future. The sun breaks through the clouds, casting light over the scene as if to signal the dawn of a new era. Earth may have been battered, but it is not broken. The people who fought to protect it, the survivors, now look toward the future with hope in their hearts. The story ends on a somber yet hopeful note. The human race has been through hell and back, but they have proven that, even in the darkest times, they can rise above, adapt, and survive. As Leo and Elena stand side by side, watching the alien fleet disappear into the distance, they know that Earth has won. The final push has succeeded, but the real battle is just beginning, the fight to rebuild, to honor the fallen, and to ensure that no alien threat will ever harm their world again. This is humanity's victory. The last stand is over, and Earth is free. But the journey ahead is just beginning. With the Zathir Empire defeated, Earth begins the long and difficult process of rebuilding. The scars of the war are everywhere, ruined cities, broken homes, and the haunting memories of the lives lost. But despite the destruction, there is hope. Humanity has shown the universe that they cannot be broken, no matter how powerful the enemy. As the dust settles and the final remnants of the alien invaders are pushed off the planet, Earth is ready to rise again. The first step in rebuilding is restoring the cities. Once shattered by orbital bombardments and ground battles, the cities are now filled with life again. People, survivors of the war, soldiers, and civilians alike, work side by side to clear the debris and rebuild their homes. The sound of construction fills the air as new buildings go up, and old ones are repaired. There's a sense of determination in the air, the human spirit is unyielding. The war may have broken them temporarily, but it has also united them in a way nothing else could. Nations that were once divided come together, working toward a common goal, the rebirth of their world. The human race, now stronger and more united than ever, also turns its gaze beyond Earth. The war has taught them that they are not alone in the universe. The Zathir were just one of many species out there, and while they were a formidable enemy, they were not the only threat. With the resources and knowledge gained from the war, Earth begins to form alliances with other free species, beings who, like humanity, have fought for their survival. These new alliances are built on mutual respect, shared knowledge, and a promise of peace. The idea of unity, once only a dream, becomes a reality as Earth takes its place in a growing intergalactic community. The newly formed alliance begins to work together to ensure that no such threat will ever invade again. Earth, with its remarkable ability to adapt and survive, becomes a symbol of resilience, a beacon of hope in the galaxy. The story of humanity's victory against the Zathir spreads across the stars, inspiring countless civilizations who once saw humans as weak and insignificant. Now, Earth stands tall, proving that even the smallest of species can overcome the greatest of challenges when they fight as one. The final scene of the story takes place in a massive stadium, filled with people from all walks of life. The atmosphere is filled with excitement, but also reverence, as Leo Armstrong, now celebrated as a hero, steps up to the podium. He is no longer just a captain, he is the symbol of humanity's triumph, the face of their resilience. As he looks out over the crowd, his heart is heavy with the weight of those they lost, the friends, the comrades, the heroes who sacrificed everything for the future of their world. But there is also a deep sense of pride in him. Humanity has won, and now, they will rebuild, together. Leo addresses the people of Earth, his voice steady but filled with emotion. He speaks of unity, strength, and the unbreakable will of humanity. He reminds them of the sacrifices made during the war, the lives lost, and the heroes who gave everything to protect their world. His words are simple, but they resonate deeply within every heart. We may be small, he says, but together we are invincible. The crowd erupts in cheers, a collective sense of triumph and determination filling the air. As Leo's words echo throughout the stadium, the screen fades to black. A final message appears, reminding the world of their victory and the importance of unity. We may be small, but together we are invincible. The message lingers on the screen for a moment, leaving the audience with a sense of hope and pride. But before the story truly ends, there is a final tribute to those who gave their lives during the war. The fallen soldiers, heroes like Sergeant Bonner and countless others, are remembered. A montage of their faces, moments of bravery, and sacrifices plays, accompanied by a hauntingly beautiful piece of music. These heroes are not forgotten. Their sacrifice will live on in the hearts of all those who survived, ensuring that the world they fought for remains a place of peace, unity, and strength. The future of humanity is uncertain, and many challenges still lie ahead. There are still unknown threats out there in the galaxy, and Earth must remain vigilant. But one thing is clear, humanity has proven that they can overcome any challenge, no matter how impossible it may seem. They will not be defeated again. As the camera pans over Earth, now a symbol of rebirth and hope, it's clear that this is just the beginning of a new chapter for humanity. The wounds of the past may take time to heal, but the future is full of possibilities. The galaxy is vast, and Earth now stands as a respected member of the intergalactic community, ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead. With the last remnants of the Zathar Empire destroyed, Earth looks to the stars, not with fear, but with hope. The human race has proven that they can stand tall in the face of adversity, and now, they are ready to explore, to grow, and to thrive. The story ends with the sense that, though they have won the war, the real adventure is just beginning. And as long as humanity remains united, there is no limit to what they can achieve.